Today, a longtime Chautauqua County Sheriff's Captain David Bentley was laid to rest. Bentley passed away last weekend during a boating incident on Chautauqua Lake. Today, friends, family, and law enforcement from across our region gathered to say their final goodbyes to what Chautauqua County Sheriff Jim Quattrone called a cop's cop. Our team was on hand to provide extensive coverage of Bentley's funeral at First Lutheran Church in Jamestown. Bronson joins us alongside Chautauqua County Sheriff Jim Quattrone from the Fluvanna Cemetery with more.
Justin, thank you. We are joined here with Sheriff Quattrone. Quite an emotional day here today. A lot of people are happy, sad, somewhere in between. I really loved what you said earlier at the ceremony where it's okay to show your emotions.
Absolutely. I've always believed that, at a funeral service, it's a time to grieve, it's time to remember, it's time to offer hope, but we're going to be showing a lot of emotion, and, you're going to see a lot of tears and a lot of laughter because, as I mentioned earlier, Captain Bentley loved to have fun, whether it was on the job, off the job, but he also had that serious side to him.
Oh, yeah. Are there any fond memories that you can bring up of Kevin Bentley right now?
Several, but it mentioned there's been several calls, but probably my first couple of weeks of field training with him, Captain Bentley, that time Deputy Bentley, was teaching me how to do field sobriety tests, my first time ever, and the young lady that we had stopped and we had to do get prepared to do a one-leg stand, she raised up on her toes and clicked her heels together and said, Auntie M, Auntie M, Auntie M. And Captain and I have laughed about that for years. And, maybe not something so funny to other people, but between us it was funny. But probably more importantly is the serious side of him. And he was a great leader, was able to take control of a scene, knew what to do, how to arrange people, and get the work accomplished.
Oh, yeah. Well, today actually threw us for quite a shock. We were expecting to see a hearse show up, and then all of a sudden a horse-drawn carriage. Now, as we understand it, horses were Kevin Bentley's favorite animal. What could you tell us about this?
So, one of Captain Bentley's passions was I'm not sure if they're called draft horses, but the large horses, and doing a lot of farming with his father-in-law. And I go back to when my kids were very little. Captain Bentley would have Easter egg hunts at his house and invite the kids over, and he would take them on horse rides. So it's been a passion of his for a long time. I'm sure partly brought on by his father-in-law and that family.
Well, so many words have been said today about the late captain, and I bet so many more could be said about him, but it's just a day for people to remember him fondly or any way that they can.
Absolutely. It's if we had opened up and let people speak, we would still be at the church hearing stories about him, and that's what we'll be doing at the reception afterwards, is being able to share individual stories and just a time of remembering, and it'll be an emotional day over there.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us here today, Sheriff. Justin, back to you.
Thank you.
Bronson, Sheriff Quattrone, thank you both. Captain Bentley, just a little while ago, was brought to his final resting place, as they mentioned, the Fluvanna Cemetery. Full coverage will continue of this at WNYNewsNow.com. Of course, our thoughts and prayers with Captain Bentley's family.